class is in session. The Brofessor is in. Welcome back to GemBroMania. We are in the blue and submission turn of the stipulation tours. And I'm going to show you a list of people that you can use. And this one is actually really wide open considering how many people do submission moves, right? So if you want to go into the scoring, you're basically going to get 400 points or more, depending on the mode, for submission turns. So that's going to be our best friend for this. If they also destroy blue gems while making the submission gems, awesome. But otherwise, if you're just going for the 1-star or just trying to get through to the hell mode, you're going to try to get people with the most amount of sub gem turns, and you're going to try to buff that with each person that you're going to try to use. So we're going to focus on that, less so than the destroy blue. However, if you do have somebody that can destroy 49 blue gems on the board, that can be helpful. That's 4,900 points as opposed to a 10-turn sub, which is 4,000 points. But that's very rare in those cases. Most people have people that have subs, so we're going to start there. In terms of people who actually have long sub turns, I'm not sure how many of you have AJ Styles, the zombie, but he actually has 10 turns at 6-star gold. He has 9 turns here. Where's the submission? There we go. He has a 9-turn submission. So that's the kind of stuff that you're going to be looking for. Now, in terms of entourage, your goal is to get your sub to go off. Remember, we have turns 7, 5, 3, and 1. So your goal for those 4 turns is to have subs working all 4 of those turns. So try to find somebody that with their sub creates gems of the color that also then gets that sub to work again. So you can do it all 4 turns. So however you need to get that started with trainers, but in any case, you might need props if you want to do it for longer turns, but you're going to want to click the submission in your entourage, whether you're looking for trainers or coaches, and try to find trainers and coaches that add more turns, right? That's what we're looking for both trainers, and add more damage doesn't help us, but we want to make sure we have more submission turns for whatever submission we're doing. So now it's not 10, but 13 or 14. So you can do the same in the coaching side of things. There are ones here that do, there we go. The submissions last one more turn, and so forth. So you want to get guys, trainers, coaches that are going to help you with more submission turns. So I'm just going to throw out a list of people that have 8 or more sub turns. There's a whole list of people that have 6 sub turns and 5 sub turns and 4 sub turns. In fact, there's actually over 200. And so I'm actually not going to detail the 200 plus people that actually have a sub in this game, just the ones that have the most. Okay. So those types of people in the game. Let's see. We want to not do that. We want to actually go back here. We want to type bro. So we are going to talk about all these people who have these subs. So Zombie Brock has an 8-turn sub that you can use. You can also go to Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Brutus the Barber. Brutus the Barber. Where are you, Brutus? You are the one that started me on my trip to becoming a CC, if you have not heard about Brutus the Barber Beefcake. So Brutus the Barber is someone that you can use 8 subs, but it's going to be difficult to get him reloaded. But again, we're just going for sub turns right there. So Brutus is another one. If you've got Dusty Rhodes, the old Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, he is another one that you can use. He's around here somewhere. Dusty. We also have a lot of older posters have really long subs because that was part of the meta a long time ago. So people like Dolph Ziggler has an 8 sub turn, I believe. One of the Dolphs does. I believe it's this one. So Dolph has a sub. Someone that also does blue would be someone like Edge, the Iconoclast. Oh, that's not the one. Oh, man. helps when we get and press a sign. There we go. What is here? Edge. The Iconoclast. So someone that might be doable is... So he has that sub. Where's the other sub? There's only 4 turns. It's not a lot. But he has one that does choose 7 to become into blue. Not the best pick. Maybe it was the other one. Was it Brood? Either way. He's one. Gargano. Johnny Wrestling. Johnny Wrestling is there. So Gargano, are you 8 turns too, or no? You are 7 turns. Here you're 7 turns on my list. I did say I would do 8s, but we get the idea. Trying to find some other places. So Bradshaw, as in Hawk Bradshaw. Or as my friend Sip likes to say, Hawk to a Bradshaw. There we go. He also has an 8-turn Powerhouse KO. So if you have KO Relentless, he has a nice sub. That is 8, can be 8 turns. There is Trickster Mankind. It came from the Boiler Room. He has an 8-turn sub. We're talking about this Mankind right here. On the rarer side of people that have one. Oh, we didn't need to go to perks. On the rarer side of manage again. Come on, bro. We're better than this. We have NWO Hall of Fame Mr. Perfect, who has a 12-turn sub. So there's another person with a really long sub that you can use. If you've obviously taken the time to recruit him and spend for the VIP. New and back in the game is Macho Man, the master of Macho Madness. And things, while he is amazing in his own right for other purposes and can still hit super hard, you might not know that he has a 10-turn chokehold. So he's got a 10-turn. If you end up getting him, or if you go grab him off of the Ultimate Champions Universe, I always want to call it Ultimate. It's the Universal Championship Club stuff. In terms of people that you actually might have, if you are free to play, is that Steve Austin. Hall of Fame Steve Austin has a 12-turn sub, I believe. There's the finisher. 11 turns at 6-star. 6-star silver like we are right here. But he's got 11 turns. Hall of Fame Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. He has a 10-turn sub. So we're just throwing out. Oh, haven't seen him yet. So he has a 10-turn sub that you can use. If you ended up getting the other Brutus, the Brutus Creed, why didn't that give me? Here we go. So last month's free-to-play character might be your best option, because he's going to make the sub here. He's also going to turn them to blue, so you're going to get at least, at the end of the day, 3 subs, but a whole bunch of blue as well. I am back. And I'm recording. That's KP in the background. What up, KP? So that's going to make it into the video, by the way. So it's all good.
If you're talking.
See, I make these things on the fly in my Discord. So if you're not part of my Discord, you can be part of the video making process, and you can watch along too, just like KP is. So you can head over to my Discord. The link's in the link tree below. So Brutus Creed does not a lot of sub turns, but is going to make a lot of blue gems. So that combination could definitely work for a lot of people. In terms of probably the best ones to use, there's more on that list, but I'm not going to go too far beyond that. I've given y'all a lot of them. Some of the easiest ones to use is going to be Seth Rollins. And we're talking Mutant Seth right here, because he's going to make red gems. He's going to make 17 random. They're going to be 7 turns. They're going to turn into red submission gems themselves when you put them on the board. So there's a very good chance with some matching trainers that you're going to be able to get this off each turn. So that might be probably a really easy one for people. If you have the final boss Rock. So if you were able to recruit him, Final Boss Rock is another good one to use, because his will also just reload because it's yellow on yellow. So if you did the yellow moveset, choose 8 gems, that'll turn into yellow submission gems, so you can create the matches that you need. It's not as many turns, but definitely something that you can put together right there. And last but not least,
on mute. Still on mute.
He's still not on mute. KP is still on mute. I'm on mute. Okay, cool. I'm on mute. KP is talking. That's even more funny. I'm on mute. There we go. I was
telling you.
I thought I was going deaf.
No, I was like, you're still on mute. I've only been saying for like the last 10 minutes. I didn't know if you had muted me because you were doing the video, and I was like, this jerk right here is just ignoring me.
Nope, I'm still making the video.
I'm confused.
It's still going. I just forgot to unmute the Discord of myself. So this is going to make it into the video. So KP and Zandal are here with me right now in the middle of the video. So as I said a moment ago, join my Discord. You can be in here when we actually make videos. Usually everybody's muted and I'm the one talking, but apparently this time that's not how it's going to work. But last on the list,
I'll go back to being muted. How about that?
I refuse to be muted. Is Chad Gable. Chad Gable could be a really good use for you as well. Where's Gable? There he is. So Chad Gable also making blue. He has 2 different subs. They go for 7 turns. So Gable would be a good one. And if you can make it work, Ministry Taker would be another one who would be a good one to use. So who is the best is really dependent on who you have and how many sub turns you can get going. So there's a list of people that you can probably use to some success. Thank you, KP. Thank you, Zandal, for making an appearance in the video. And if you want to make an appearance in a video, then you need to find a way to my Discord and be on when I'm recording. Never know when that's going to happen. Appreciate y'all. Give the video the like, share, and the subscribe. Good luck with the subs and the turns of blue. Talk to y'all soon. Brofessor out.